Well, hello guys. Welcome to another amazing episode of the Jobber Tears podcast, episode 8, which is hashtag my favorite number in the whole wide world. I am
Kobe
joined.
Bryant episode, Young Kobe episode.
The LA Kobe, not the
There's only
the
one.
early.
Yeah, he was number 8.
Yeah, then I didn't like him because he changed his number.
This is the best Kobe. 81 Kobe, dunk champ Kobe, most improved Kobe.
All right. 8 still my favorite number. So I am joined by Sir Wilkins and Mrblacc, and we have an amazing special guest with us from A Shot of Wrestling podcast. We have Slick Williams here with us. He is joining us for this amazing episode. Hopefully he can, balance these two gentlemen out in a way. Boom, boom. All right, so all those that are watching our live episode on Instagram, please make sure you stay tuned. We are actually going to throw the show to you guys. We're actually going to have a viewer question live feed towards the end of the show. So even if you have to, go to the bathroom, cook some food, come back around the 9 o'clock hour and definitely ask us all wrestling-related questions. Once again, wrestling-related questions, because we get some of the most outrageous questions sometimes, but we want to keep it to the topic.
Stop sliding through her DMs and talking dirty.
Nah. No. We special shout out to your girl who was sending crazy emojis during the show. But it's all love, so we do appreciate any love that you guys show us. So we're going to start off with our opening segment, which is Behind Gorilla's Position, where we talk about things that are going on outside of the squared circle. So the tweet of the week this week comes from @Lana WWE. So I'm going to read word for word because it's a very interesting tweet that she said. She said, "Let it be known that at Rusev, BUL is more over than Nakamura, AJ, Roman Reigns, and Rusev Day, hashtag Rusev Day, deserves to be at WWE champion and main eventing hashtag WrestleMania, hashtag SD Live. If you are the land of opportunity, then give my husband the rightful opportunity, or are we selling propaganda again?" I am actually going to throw it to Sir Wilkins first. What are your thoughts on Lana's tweet? And once again, before I forget, happy Rusev Day. Happy Rusev Day to all.
Thank you.
Because, every day is Rusev Day.
Every day is Rusev Day.
So, Sir Wilkins, what are your thoughts on this tweet?
Let me sip my water.
All right.
It's time to do. All right. So, she loves her husband, obviously.
Yeah, well, she has to.
She has no choice. You can't get mad at this because it's like, all right, I'm gonna put my husband over. I'm gonna talk my shit on Twitter. But at the same time, she's full of shit. Halfway full of shit. This is halfway full of shit. All right. He is more over than Nakamura. Like 100% more over than Nakamura. Because Nakamura is not over. The only people that put Nakamura over is the marks from New Japan Wrestling. Let's keep it a buck. And people who are like huge NXT fans. Because remember, I've said it numerous times, not everybody watches WWE, watches NXT. So, is he more over than AJ Styles? Absolutely not. Absolutely. I'm not even a huge AJ Styles fan. I'm just shrugging my shoulders with AJ Styles. I think he's great, but I'm not a huge fan. Is he more over than Roman Reigns?
No. Yes.
No, because he is in one. He's either he's a face right now. Is he considered a face or a heel? Rusev.
I mean,
he's one of those in-betweeners right now because of the whole Rusev Day gimmick. I don't think he has like a clear set.
I think he's going more towards the face, and people are enjoying the Rusev Day gimmick. He just now got real over because of Rusev Day. Roman Reigns been a bad taste in everybody's mouth for a while. So she's full of shit. But at the same time, you gotta appreciate it. That's a good woman. Got his back, rubbed his back, and got his back on Twitter. This is an amazing woman. But she's wrong. She's absolutely wrong. Except for one person. That's Nakamura. And that's because Nakamura can't speak English. And that's about it. And Rusev has that thick accent, so I don't know how much English he can really speak. So
he definitely speaks more English than Nakamura, because if you watch Total Divas, he talks way more, and you understand every word he's saying.
I do, but I'm talking shit. I'm legit talking shit about him. That's exactly what it was.
All right, Sir Black, what are your thoughts on Lana's tweet?
I don't blame him for tweeting that. Shaming may acknowledge the fact that, yes, you chanting Rusev Day, he hasn't been on television for 2 weeks. And this week he was on television. He wasn't even in a match. Big John comes back. Oh, I couldn't do it on the Raw, so I'm going to SmackDown, get my opportunity for his shot. He beats him and he gets in the Elimination Chamber. I mean, he gets in the fast lane main event. Now it's a 6-way. While Rusev has been busting his chops for months, hasn't been seen on television. He comes with his own gimmick, has a cool merch, but yet he's not even trying to. He couldn't even qualify to be in that match. I don't care how much tickets John Cena may be selling, how much merch he's selling. What's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. I just think that Rusev should have been in that match, at least had an opportunity to try to be in that match. Instead of him versus AJ Styles, it should have been John Cena versus Rusev. Because this man is over. I hope they don't treat him like they treat Zack Ryder years ago.
You are still riding the Zack Ryder train?
Come on. Of course I'm riding it. I'm riding it to the end. Because you know why I'm riding it? Because it shows the true definition. He got himself over on the internet. He was on YouTube before WWE was. A lot of clips that you may see before WWE had their own YouTube page, it was random people posting on stuff.
Zack Ryder is God.
Oh, wow.
Zack Ryder's low-key God.
We're going to go that route.
He was popping before social media. He was popping. Yeah. So
I give him that.
I know one person that has shot of wrestling that'll agree with that.
But you have to understand, Zack Ryder basically did everything on his own. He did his own production, everything like that.
Preach!
And the fact that I don't want to see another Zack Ryder victim. So I feel like he should have been at least trying to compete. If you're not going to make him win against John Cena, at least make him compete. Why had to be John Cena versus AJ Styles? Again, for the 5th time.
But wouldn't it have backfired if they would have did Rusev and John Cena once again beat him?
But
how that would have benefited anyone.
But still though, he was still on television, had opportunity to compete.
And he already jobbed to Cena, so at this point.
Dolph Ziggler, they're not even didn't hop on top of that. Dolph Ziggler, hadn't been seen on television for months. Came back, he's in the match, he won, he's in the match. Rusev.
Whoa. Don't disrespect Dolph Ziggler.
I'm not disrespecting him. I'm just saying that it's not fair.
It's fair.
How's it fair?
For Dolph
definitely just signed a nice contract.
Dolph deserves that. Don't disrespect Dolph Ziggler.
I'm not disrespecting.
No, I feel you disrespected. The shade is coming towards me right now.
I'm not throwing
the shade is coming towards me. It's cold. It's cold over here.
They put on their hats, bro.
It's cold over here.
Dang. I'm not throwing no shit at Dolph, but I'm just saying that he at least should have an opportunity to compete for that title.
Dolph deserves it. Cena doesn't deserve it. You're right. But Dolph deserves it.
I'm not saying Dolph don't deserve it. It should have been Dolph versus Rusev instead of Dolph versus Dolph.
So who should have won?
DQ. So they both go in the match.
No,
it wouldn't work like that though. They wouldn't both go in if it was DQ.
So what you thinking then, Mr. Shot of Wrestling?
All right. Well, okay.
So sorry.
We talking about Dolph or we talking about the tweet? What are we talking about right now?
Let's start off with the tweet. So actually, I want to propose one question. So what are your thoughts on the tweet? And then also, who trolls better, Lana or Reba Hardy?
Oh man. All right, that Reba Hardy for sure, 100%. Like that's not even a question. I think.
I said Sean, so I'm going with Lana. But you keep going.
About the tweet though, I'll agree with her that Rusev, he's definitely more over than Nakamura for sure. Because like you said, like I'm a huge NXT mark. I love NXT, so I'm a Nakamura fan. I like AJ. I'm an AJ fan.
Of course you are.
Roman Reigns, I'm indifferent towards the guy. It's whatever. But I think since Survivor Series, I was actually there at Survivor Series in Houston, and Rusev Day was incredibly over in Houston. I don't know if it translated well over TV because I haven't watched it on the network.
It didn't. But you could hear bits and pieces of the chants, but they were nothing compared to SmackDown. We'll talk to SmackDown later, but it was nothing on the level of how SmackDown was last night.
And so, but yeah, I think people have been on the Rusev Day train for a while now. But people are hopping off the Rusev Day train, I think, because there's somebody else who just beat him in merch sales. Everybody knows what WWE stands for. Walk the Lions.
That shirt is so
it's a fire shirt, B.
I like Rusev. I like Rusev. I ain't gonna lie to you, I ordered it.
Yeah.
I saw the Elimination Chamber. I was like, I'm gonna put that in the collection.
I'm waiting for the next 30% off during Fastlane when I order my WrestleMania baseball jersey. But
you definitely should have waited until the week after Mania to buy that.
But, well, I wear it to New Orleans.
Okay.
This guy. This guy. Don't show off on that podcast.
Oh, but when I do it, it's terrible.
But yeah, I love Rusev Day, but I think Elias is taking his spot as being the most over guy who's just not getting the treatment he deserves.
The thing is,
Elias is getting treated. He was just in Elimination Chamber.
But
he was, but he's not really
he pinned John Cena to be in last. So how is he not getting?
But then he got squashed by Braun, so that didn't make sense.
Squashed, but he's in the picture.
Exactly.
I really think it should be like people are talking like John, Rey. I think they should be continuing the John Elias saga all the way until Mania. I think that's what should be going on there.
This is Yoga Flame.
Can you pay attention to the joke?
No, he's looking at Elias shirt. He
Y'all both being rude.
He didn't see it.
I don't care. We can talk about it off the podcast.
Nah, it's a dope shirt. It's okay to be distracted by the shirt.
I'm about him.
But yeah, Elias, I liked him in NXT. The Drifter thing was weird there. I didn't think he'd really get over like he has, but they changed it a bit, they tweaked it. And like he's taken off, and that match with Cena, the rub he got from him, like that really helped him a lot. Not only with the fans, but I think backstage too.
My only issue was the Strowman thing on Raw. How that ended, I didn't like how they worked.
Oh, they ran off.
How they ran off. It didn't really put on. It just put off. Like we'll get into Raw later, but I felt Elias it didn't do nothing for Elias. Like it just made Strowman look strong.
I didn't even think it did that. I think it was a waste.
I think anytime Strowman runs like that, you don't make him look strong
at all.
But it's just like I don't know.
It was like one of your typical just weird Raw endings. That's what that was. I think
it's a segment that was right before Ronda and them. So
this was a trash segment.
We'll talk about that once we get to Raw. All right, so our next topic actually is something in the news. A transgender wrestler by the name of Mrblacc wins his second title, but gets booed actually when he wins. So if those that don't know what transgender is a person that's born as a female but identifies as a male.
Or the other way around.
Or the other way around. But this person in particular was born a female. Her name was Mackenzie. And then she identifies now as a male, as Mrblacc. And basically, those that booed felt as if she shouldn't even been competing because she's competing against girls, which is by state what she's supposed to do, but ends up beating everybody. So I'm actually going to start with Mrblacc. What were your thoughts on the article? And for those that don't know, it happened actually in Texas. And Texas is one of the few states, 7 states that has this rule where if you are born, whatever gender you were born, that's the type of sport that you'll play. So if you're born a female, you play with other females. If you're born as a male, you play with other males. So Texas, Idaho, Nebraska, Louisiana, Alabama, North Carolina, and Indiana are all states that have that as a law. So Mrblacc, what are your thoughts on this article?
I agree with the audience as far as booing her. It's not fair. The fact that...
But life's not fair. And it's by law. So it's not something that he has control over.
Then you don't compete. Because you're hype, you won 2 state championships, go against girls. You're 15. I think when she first started, she was 15 going to 16. And you're taking what's that word I'm looking for?
Testosterone.
Testosterones. And on top of that, you're going through puberty. Of course, you're going to have unfair advantages against these females. And the fact that, you so hyped about it, there's always going to be an asterisk by your name. Because the fact that if you look at the video, that is a dude right there. And it looked like a dude wrestling with his girlfriend. It's not fair. And I just feel like it's always like, he won, but it's always an asterisk because you did it at an unfair advantage. Because you didn't fight against the boys that you're supposed to.
Well, that's not...
I understand that.
Not fault.
Let me finish. I understand that. Due to the law, state, this, that, blah, 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 blah. I understand that. But... there's still no big hype if you go against people that who's like half your strength, if that. Maybe some girls could probably compete somewhat with you in your strength, but again, there's always be an asterisk against that man's name.
All right, Sir Wilkins, what are your thoughts?
Is she okay? Is she naturally born a girl or naturally born a boy?
So the young lady, it was born a girl. She identifies herself now as a male.
Okay. All right. This shit's in fucking Texas. Let's just be fucking honest with each other here. This is in fucking Texas.
I said this from Florida, but not Texas.
That's an important part of the story.
This is like the major part of the story.
So yeah, the town that she lives is literally miles out of Arlington, Texas. So it's a small town. No, but I'm just saying.
It's right. Texas. It's good. It's Texas. It's motherfucking Texas. Let's just start with that. Now, we don't know if she's taking testosterone.
You have to.
No. You don't know that yet.
No. She is. In the article, it says that she's taking doses of it.
Okay, I think she's undergoing the hormone.
Yeah.
She's doing the hormone treatment then. I can't. Okay.
You're a bodybuilder.
Hold on. So, the amount of testosterone she must take to come to the level of a guy is a lot.
Yeah.
She must be on a shit ton of testosterone, first of all. So, it kind of levels out the playing field in some ways because women don't come with that much testosterone. So she has to match up to regular guys' testosterone level.
But she's facing girls, though.
She stopped facing, well, they banned her from facing boys.
Like completely.
So she can't be facing girls. Period. So she can't because she has the testosterone in her system.
Exactly.
Listen, it's Texas. They ain't gonna allow this shit. They ain't gonna allow this shit straight up. She gotta move. I'm sorry, he has to move.
Yes.
He has to move to the state, figure something out.
Well, this competition, the gentleman is in his last year of high school, so they're going to college.
I get over it.
And has actually got a full ride to a school.
So continue doing your thing. You got your full ride.
Now,
wash your hands with this.
But now all I'm saying is this though. What's gonna happen in college? What's gonna happen?
It depends what college she goes to.
Right.
What state
the college is in, where it's at, because the college already knows he used to be a girl.
Well, still is, technically.
Listen.
By body part.
Let's do the PC stuff. I'm trying to get sponsors on this thing, so let's be very PC about this.
Man.
Listen, I work with a lot of transgenders in my school.
Really?
There's a few. There's nothing wrong with it. And that process, you're basically becoming a boy.
Yeah.
She's basically becoming a boy. And listen, this is the future. Let's just all keep an eye on each other. This is the future of the world.
I understand that. I agree with you. But all I'm saying is this, though. Let's say your niece, my daughter, is in a similar league as this male. You won't have an issue with that?
No. What we do about this?
Yeah, no.
Nah. Real talk. If my daughter is facing that male, no, get a lead pipe, boop, right in his leg. That's it. Because that's what even out the playing field.
No, it does not even out the playing field. Because she's taking testosterone. No, she's even on so
Because, like, this is...
Listen, that steel pipe is going straight to the leg.
Okay. Talk to me, Slick.
The issue here isn't lying with him. The issue here, like... It's Texas. Because he tried suing the state to get the right to be able to be in the guys' league. And they rejected it. And so I think for him to face guys, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong because it's even out.
Even though he should be able to compete, I don't think it's fair for him to be in the women's league because if he's on hormones getting testosterone, that basically just means that he's doping.
Yes, he's basically doping.
So is he like the Brock Lesnar of like high school?
Yes, he is.
More like the John Jones.
He's basically pumped up with testosterone.
That's why I hope wherever he got the full ride, I hope it's in a state that's not backwards as shit. That's actually like,
progressive.
You're a guy, so you can wrestle.
But here's the thing though. This is where like he's at a disadvantage. You've been wrestling girls that's underneath your strength.
No, he's wrestling guys. He wrestled guys for a little bit.
I'm pretty sure he trains.
He trains.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Now, we don't know how good he is against guys who are like beastly in college. I know is it the Division I school or Division AA? Like,
I'm not.
We don't know
the specifics of where he's going.
So if it's a Division I, he's playing against beast.
Yeah, big rocks.
But he's a small dude though. He's probably gonna, with the testosterone going through his system, he's probably gonna get another 10 pounds with proper training, maybe another 15. But he might not even be able to compete. He can't. They might be tossing him around like a bearskin rug.
Even a person like
that's dangerous.
even a person like who's like probably like half her size, who's been trained all her life, a man been training, he just picked that up, throw him over his head.
But you never know. Will's away, and
I don't know if I'll be mad about that.
And then also women have a very high tolerance for pain. The men do.
Let me ask you a question. So since he's transitioning, does he lose some of the advantages of being a woman, like the woman intuition?
No, he's turning into a superhero at this point.
I don't think so.
He's turning into a superhero at this point. No, he has best of both worlds.
Hope we don't think that. How that I'm coming out being disrespectful.
I'm not gonna lie though.
If he's got the technique down, like he could be like unstoppable on the mat.
Yes, he's gonna be unstoppable.
Don't be surprised if WWE signed him.
Oh, absolutely.
Wait. So would the person be like main roster, or would it be like 205 Live?
They
Like
fight Ronda Rousey. That's what would happen.
Yes,
or Shayna Baszler. Who knows?
That is she's uglier than Ronda.
Has no eyes.
Wait. Which one, Shayna Baszler?
She's on NXT.
The one that tap on my boob? Nah.
Like she's not. She's hard. No, but both of them are hard in the face. Like.
I mean, she might. No, that's not.
She looks like Slick, but rough in the face. I think Slick might be better looking than her.
No, actually, I agree with that. Way better looking.
Her hair's the same way like you.
Yeah.
Nah, her hair is mad greasy. Her hair is greasy. My hair ain't.
Yeah.
My hair ain't
and like she's like a tint darker, like a smidge. So, but
yo, she could go though.
Slick is definitely cuter than her. So.
She's very scary.
Her
She'll
face.
be in a fight though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's scary.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
All right, so we are down to our rumor of the week. So, gentlemen, I'm going to ask you door number 1 or door number 2. Where are we going to go with first?
Door number 1?
I gotta go with the opposite.
I was gonna go with 2 too.
All right, so door number 2. So we have heard of 2 rumored returns to the WWE. Behind door number 2 is Bobby Lashley.
That's my pops.
Is apparently signed, sealed, and delivering to the WWE soon. So as anyone, if you do not know, he was at TNA/Impact Wrestling. He was released back in January of this year. So he's been a free agent.
By request. On his own accord.
Like everyone else.
Pretty much.
But,
house of a place.
I mean, it has so much potential.
Everybody knows how we feel about that owl.
Oh man, but I don't want to say fuck that owl. But so I'm actually going to start with our guest, Slick Williams. What are your thoughts on Bobby Lashley returning, and who would you say would be the first person he would feud with?
I think he can't come back soon enough. I think he was going to be a great addition to the roster. I liked him in his original run with WWE. I liked him in his stuff in TNA, even though I hate that promotion. Who I'd want to see him feud with first, I'm really not sure.
Well, which brand do you think he would go to?
I really don't know because, like, personally, I'm a SmackDown guy, but SmackDown has really been, like,
shitty.
Really bad since the Superstar shakeup, whatever that was they called it. And I don't know, I just feel like after WrestleMania, because I'm sure that's when he's coming up, that's when he'll be back, there's going to be another Superstar shakeup for sure, probably. And
so they're rumored to saying, so those that know, Backlash will actually be here in the Tri-State area at the Prudential Center. So they're rumored to saying that the Superstar draft shakeup will actually happen at Backlash. So there is that possibility.
Pay-per-view to do, think they can do a Raw?
Well, no, I mean, they did it like SmackDown where they had matches, but they still, like, behind the scenes had people, like, drafted and stuff like that.
I'm thinking it's going to be, like, back when, like, after, what was that, like, WrestleMania, like, 2021, when they, like, first did the draft and they had, like, the lottery going, like, the segments in between. Which, to me, I would much rather, like, now I'm actually going to get tickets to Backlash for that because I wasn't going to go there and see an episode of Sunday Night Raw for, like, pay-per-view prices. But the draft will make it somewhat interesting. But back to Lashley, what brand I'd want him to go on, it really depends on who goes where after this next Superstar shakeup. Like, right now, off the top of my head, I'd say Raw, just because I think him and Samoa Joe could do an excellent program, and that's where he's at right now.
If Samoa can stay, like,
healthy. I love him.
Oh my god.
But he's making it so hard to be able to get himself into good, constant feuds, because if he keeps getting himself hurt, he's never going to be in that spot like that.
Keep doing hopping there backstage.
No, don't do that to Joe.
No, I think that the reason why that Joe's body is kind of like wearing down. You think that Joe?
No, Rhino just mistakenly stepped on his foot, but it just was worse than what he thought it was going to be. So it's not really, can't always point the finger. But all right, sir, Mr. What are your thoughts on, your father, Bobby Lashley?
Bobby Lashley. Come on, I'm hyped. I personally think that he should face John Cena, and John Cena put him over. Because
would he need John Cena to put him over though?
John Cena is appointed, right?
I'm just asking. I'm just a question.
No. I just feel like if a man needs an opponent for WrestleMania, why not get Bobby Lashley? He's well established. You know, he hasn't been in the company in a while, and that's a good way to lead him down to facing Brock or possibly a world title in general. Even with the Universal or even the SmackDown title. Either way, it's a good setup to get Bobby Lashley back in the picture. Mind you, Bobby Lashley was no scrub when he was back in WWE.
Yep.
So get him a high-profile match with John Cena. Boom. I know those two are going to tear down the house.
Really?
So
WrestleMania is the stage for it too.
Exactly.
You'll have the crowd there that your hardcore WWE fans that only watch WWE, they might not remember him from his first run, but the WrestleMania crowd, the people there, they'll remember Lashley. WWE on TNA Impact, they'll remember all he's done, and he'll get a nice pop.
Exactly. So I just feel like having Lashley versus John Cena is a great draw. Even John Cena versus Rey Mysterio, you know.
Wait, that's door behind door number 2. Don't talk about it yet.
Oh, dang. I mean,
mystery opponent.
Yes.
Right. Vacant. Thanks.
Yeah, but nevertheless, Bobby Lashley will be a great addition to the roster.
Not his fault. He got excited.
Alright, so
yeah, but like Bobby Lashley overall, great pickup. I could see a real good program with John Cena. Then probably later on, probably move to Brock. I'll probably move on to AJ Styles because they did tear down the house and back in TNA.
They did.
So why not? Why not?
All right, so Wilkins, what are your thoughts on Bobby Lashley?
So, Bobby Lashley, I'm very excited about. I'm like extremely
I feel like
excited.
I'm the only one at this table that's not excited.
And I'm gonna tell you why. This isn't for his wrestling ability. It's because he might get a black WWE. We haven't seen since like The Rock. So,
No. The Rock, no, he's half. But a full black, dark skin brother?
Do you know he's full black?
Huh?
Do you know he's full black? Like, what if he wasn't? Then y'all gonna be mad? I'm just saying.
Stop it.
The moment was there and it just like...
I'm just saying.
Stop looking.
I'm playing devil's advocate.
All right. So besides that, the dude can move in the ring. The dude is talented.
His mic skills.
His mic skills is. I wouldn't say he has the greatest mic skills.
His mic skills are trash. We're just gonna throw that on the table.
His mic skills are solid enough that with his in-ring skills, he'll be fine.
He'll be put over. Now, what I want to see is, I do want to see him with Brock. Because that MMA background, I want to see him like legit have a match. I think him and Brock will like legit have a match.
That's not if Brock signs after Mania, though.
But
yeah,
that's true.
It's a huge if.
Which he probably won't. But if they don't have a match, I kind of want to see him do some stuff with Cena. I would love to see him and Big E do something together. Now,
you want black on black crime?
Two powerhouses going against each other. I want to see some black people in the main event. You saw that
promo of Big E last night?
Can we wait? Can we wait?
Little off track, but like when that eventual New Day split comes, Big E needs to be shot to the moon. Like he's got to be the guy that comes out of there as like the one that goes.
Yeah.
Well, that promo from last night.
Because even Kenny Omega said that. Kenny Omega did say, "I don't understand why New Day is where they're doing well together," but he was like, "Big E needs to be champion."
Yes,
absolutely. And Vince wanted Big E to be champion. Was it Vince? It's either Vince. Somebody told Vince no originally about it.
And you know, crazy thing about I don't know.
You know who I think it was?
I forgot who said it.
I feel like it was Michael Hayes.
I thought you said
yeah, Michael Hayes had said Roman Reigns should be champion. It's because they're going through the process of like, okay, who's the next big guy?
Yeah.
And Vince loves like that Big E type of bodies type.
Yeah.
So he was like, let's do Big E, and Michael was like, nah.
I definitely think it was Michael Hayes.
To be honest, reason why I don't know if you guys. You was familiar with Big E's work back in NXT, right?
Yes.
I was too familiar, so I went back and watched a lot of his work. Yo, this man...
He could go.
Oh, beast.
He's a beast, but also...
Wait, sidebar, to continue on. The fact that, what I liked about his gimmick at NXT, he didn't start at 3 count. He made the ref count to 5.
Yeah, that's the thing. He brought it back with last... okay, we'll talk about that. We'll get to that. But
guys, you guys are excited
but
today.
one of the biggest things about Big E is that... He's a little short, No,
he's actually.
He's my height.
Wait, stand up for a second.
I'm not standing up.
But I don't think
he's about 5'10", 6.
He's a smidge taller than you.
Yeah, he's a smidge. No, he's a factor.
But AJ Styles is probably like his height. AJ Styles is skinny.
Once again,
AJ's probably shorter than that.
AJ Styles has a.
AJ is slightly shorter than me, and I'm 6'1". I think he's like 5'11".
So he's like 5'11", but you have to understand where AJ Styles is coming from. AJ Styles has like a resume out the ass.
AJ's more of the technical side.
He's got like that whole, a little bit of the acrobat thing.
Yeah, of course, but like I hate the fact that every time you always bring this up, you always say that, oh, he's too short, blah blah blah, this, that, and third. We live in an era of WWE where like none of that matters. Kevin Owens has a bare gut.
Yeah, but how tall is he?
Not anymore.
How tall is he? How tall is he though?
I don't know how tall he is.
He's tall.
No, he's not that tall.
He's tall. He's more than 6 foot.
Everybody, look it up. How tall is Kevin Owens? Nakamura, he barely speaks English. He won the Royal Rumble. Asuka, barely speak English. Same one, won the Royal Rumble. That's on his. But let me finish. We live in an era there's no much excuses for that. Yeah. Big E is a total package. AJ Styles is way smaller than him, and he's world champion.
Look at his resume. Look at AJ Styles' resume.
This sounds like the Monique situation. She was like, what about my resume?
I'm pretty sure that AJ went to WWE and was like, yo.
Oh, the only way I'm coming is if I get a title.
Big E doesn't have that. And I'm not saying I'm taking anything away from Big E, but even Mark Henry told me this. Mark Henry himself told me this.
What he said?
He said the guy's a little bit too small. That's the problem.
Man, that's no excuse, man.
It's no excuse, but it's coming from that he's in the business.
To us, it's no excuse. But in there though, like it's a different mentality. Like
no. I understand that.
Yeah, like there's some like the people still in charge now. Like
it's
a lot
politics.
of people still think backwards too much. Like they think back to that like 70s, 80s, even 90s, just nonsense. Where like you still got that mentality where it takes people in the locker room to be like, no, forget about that. Look past that and look at this. And like when it comes to Big E, the only criticism that I would have for him is that he's got one of the most dookie finishers in WWE.
But they said that like it's the most safest one to take.
That's fine.
They
like,
say that, yeah.
I do get that, but like that just the slam, the big ending is on the same level as the Bailey to Belly to me. Like it's
yes, and that's
so we talk about dookie endings, not the people's elbow.
Well,
no, that shit is trash. So I'm gonna co-sign you on that because as a kid, like we marked the fuck out. We was like, oh shit. As an adult, and I watched that shit again, I'm like, that is the dumbest. That is very. That is borderline leg drop. Borderline Bailey to Bailey, like all that shit is trash.
Even though it is dumb, you still watch it and like you got The Rock, like he starts taking it off and he's
okay, wait, come on.
Like, you got Biggie kicking the dude up on the shoulder, like when you get hyped for that, you're like, all right, cool.
But the Biggie one said, come on, you remember when we first had SmackDown 1? We saw people's elbow. We was hyped, son.
And it was only because he slid.
It was they widescreen the fucking camera and have these fake ass flash photography going on. So you think it's better than what it is? Motherfucker, that shit is trash. And I love The Rock.
He is a rock mark, but it is trash.
So what Biggie gotta do is wiggle or something and do some extra shit, and it'll make it more charismatic.
No bullshit.
But NXT used to yell, he go roar, boom. Look at Raw special.
And then do Raw special.
Okay, they need to. Yeah, they definitely need to figure out Braun's finisher because
didn't Braun used to have like the reverse choke slam where like he just slammed the dude on his face? Like that's better than the running power slam.
Yeah, we was in a Wyatt family. Was that Kali? I'm getting too confused. What's his special when like he used to pick them up?
My man's playing a video game.
No, I remember because he did that to Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I forget, but I could have sworn that
probably wasn't safe. Yeah. That's probably what it is.
But he brought back the curb. Well, what are they calling it?
I don't know. It's still the curb stomp. Yeah, everybody knows what it is.
It's the curb stomp.
It's like blackout.
There's no way that's safe, but they brought it back.
Exactly, because it looks good.
Well, no, I think whoever he does it to,
in desperate need of it though, like that.
Yeah, I think whoever like is on the receiving end, you need to be like a smidge lower than I think they originally was because he was doing it too high and slamming people down. Like it was obnoxious at first. So now it actually looks the same, but it looks safer than it did before.
They probably tweaked it in the back, like yo, let's run this a couple times because you suck.
Wait, so what's your favorite? So we'll go around. What's your favorite finisher right now?
My favorite finisher right now?
That's hard.
Yeah. See, okay, think about it. It's gonna come around. What?
What?
Sexual finisher?
He's talking about the Clash, the AJ style.
Yo, you know what? We're going to save that for the list. We're going to save that for the list, son. Shut up. Wait, sidebar. Did it answer my question? How tall is Kevin Owens?
I forgot to look.
God, man.
Favorite finisher? Damn. Oh, no, I know what
mine's the curb stop. Mine has to be the curb stop.
Okay, right now.
That inspired me.
All right, yours?
I don't know. I'm going to last.
No, don't go last. It's not... I moderate. Your turn.
I have to say...
Do you need to say 2? It's okay.
All right, I'm going to say 2. My first one...
Because I know you had 2 in
my
mind.
son, Bray Wyatt. Because that sister Abigail...
Oh, that shit is hard.
Disrespectful kiss. That's wild disrespectful.
That's wild gay. And
that's wild
disrespectful.
Hot. That's wild disrespectful. And
6 feet.
He's barely taller than me.
Shorter than me.
Yeah.
And shorter than me.
And on top, I say the second favorite finisher.
I've been champion though, guys.
Don't you do it.
We don't get to what's that dude's name? That dude on the top rope and he flips backwards. He's on 205. Oh my gosh.
How does he look?
He looks he's from the Middle East.
Oh, Ari Davari?
No, the other one. Not the one.
Because you know there's like 2 of them. So if it ain't that one, it's the other one.
That's the one that had who the whole Pujabi gimmick with all the chains and stuff like that. The second one.
I know exactly. I know what you're talking about.
But his special is fire. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Who's that you talking
Yeah,
about?
him. His special
Isn't it Mufasa?
Mustafa
Ali. There you go.
Fire special. Only 2 special. I like those 2.
All right.
I'm gonna say 2. This one, I'm gonna give this one an honorable mention. This one isn't my favorite, but honorable mention. Baron Corbin and Days.
That is. It's like side to side with Sister Abigail. Listen to me. It definitely is hard.
It is a similar move, but the thing that I like about that is there's no stop. I just like how smooth it works, and that's one of those things that even though he has like that bit of a setup, you can hit it out of nowhere still, and it still looks just as smooth.
You hit it anywhere.
Yes.
Oh, that was a good one.
Without a doubt, my favorite. I remember I was there, saw this the first time it happened on TV. Ember Moon's Eclipse.
Yeah.
I was there at TakeOver 2 when she debuted. That move happened. I just remember sitting in my seat for 5 minutes just with my jaw on the floor. I was like, what just happened? That was crazy.
So nobody's gonna talk about my man Randy Orton's RKO? That's like
okay.
Hold up.
I mean, if you're gonna do that,
into a meme. That is one of the greatest ones ever.
You didn't say it.
It's a diamond cutter.
And the diamond cutter was way cooler.
It's out of but it's out of nowhere.
It doesn't matter.
But that was his specialty on it.
He was better because he threw up the rock after. That's it.
What?
The RKO out of nowhere was better when it wasn't always out of nowhere.
Exactly.
Like when WrestleMania 31 when he did that out of nowhere on the curb in the middle of the curb stomp.
Yeah.
That's when he
he was on the top rope.
Like this, then quarter.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about when he did it to CM Punk off the ladder?
I mean, but that was back. See, but that's back when it wasn't always out of nowhere.
But he's lazy now. Well, that's the problem with Randy Orton.
Right now,
he's lazy
he's
now.
not Randy Orton. He's Randy Borton right now.
He's lazy with life. He got his checks and his hot wife.
She was sitting in front of me at Royal Rumble, and I can confirm she is indeed hot.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, confirmation on that.
Love you, babe. Love you.
Wow.
Love you.
Before you continue, you got questions? No, right?
No, it's not.
I got a couple questions.
Okay, well, you hold them until your question. No, I can't do it now.
Oh, it's my sense. Call a question for now.
Yeah, okay. That's a good one.
Who said that?
That is a good one.
Bruce Day.
Rusev Day. That's one of my boys.
Thank you for watching. All right, so my 2 honorable mention is the Dudleys.
Ooh.
You said current.
No, she just said
I just said favorite finisher.
Yeah.
3D is definitely honorable mention for me, just because, just like logistically, it has to always hit at the same time. It's a timing thing for that. So that would be that one. And then my favorite right now, no bullshit, is actually Jinder Mahal. I don't know what it is about it that I was just like, oh shit, it's kind of dope. When he first did it, I was like, oh, he got a finisher. Like I was just excited for the fact that he had a move.
It's like because he's basic. He's a basic ass wrestler.
It's like half a choke slam, and he still manages to botch it half the time. Like it makes no sense.
I said the beginning, like when he first did it, y'all got excited. I was like, oh shit, he got a he got a finisher moment. You didn't think he was just gonna do some like random shit. But definitely, Skull Crushing finale, that one is dope too. All right.
The first time when the Miz did it?
and no one knew what the fuck it was.
Yeah.
All good times. All right, so behind door number 1, with rumors of the week, is actually Mr. 619 Rey Mysterio is rumored to not only return to WWE, because he did return for the Royal Rumble. Surprisingly, I was shocked as shit that he popped up and that music hit. I was like, wait, am I hearing shit? Like confusion.
I'm not even a Rey Mysterio fan. I'm Mark.
Yeah, I'm not either like that. I like WCW Ray. I wasn't with the WWE Ray. I was definitely Cruiserweight Ray, like more.
Cruiserweight, as far as WWE,
that's when the Cruiserweight division
was real Cruiserweight, and that's what I keep saying.
Yes.
I keep saying like WWE needs to go back to WCW
and everything. Oh my God.
But 205 lately.
205
lately it's been picking up.
Facts.
So, but that's because of Trips. But
I like how you call him Trips like you know him.
that's my homie.
Facts. She be calling him, yo, Trips, I talked about you today.
Yeah, like that's the homie right there. Y'all don't know. That's Trips.
Oh,
you can call him Trips too.
I'm not calling him Trips.
What do you
call him? Hunter.
Now that's a different level. I'm not there yet.
Okay.
I'm not there yet.
Trips is fine.
You gotta start calling him Paul. You gotta start calling him Paul.
They didn't call him Paul, but all right, Janelle. All right, you officially don't know him. Stop.
All right, yeah. So.
What you mean, Paul? You mean Triple H?
No.
But I mean, that's always the goal, is to meet Trips. But
True.
But yeah, but back to Rey Mysterio. So reportedly, he is not only returning, but he is going to be the person to answer John Cena's call to WrestleMania. And actually, there might be a one-on-one bout between Rey Mysterio and John Cena. So I'm actually going to start with our guest, Slick Williams. Sir, what are your thoughts on Rey Mysterio returning? And do you think this match is happening?
With Rey Mysterio returning, cool. I mean, I've never been a Rey Mysterio fan, but I've also never not liked Rey Mysterio. He was always one of those guys that was like, all right, cool, like he could put on good matches, but he was never really somebody that like I ever like really got invested in. When it comes to Mysterio versus Cena at WrestleMania, I'm all about it because Undertaker needs to stay retired.
Thank you.
Oh my God. I thought we were all going to be friends, but I guess not.
And the other reason I'm excited for that match is because I need a piss break and a time to go get a beer, and that's going to be the time to do it.
Yeah, you know. I mean, do I project going to be a good match? Yeah. Not in the beginning.
It's going to be one of those matches where, like...
It's nostalgic reasons.
Like, this is Mysterio. Like, Mysterio's back. Like, yeah, he was in the Rumble, but this is going to be his first match back. And I think just because I'm not a big Mysterio fan, I'm just like, okay, yeah, cool. So... That's like last year, like, what was it? My break to go get food was that women's fatal 4-way because everybody knew.
Oh, because, yeah, it was quiet in the arena. It was retarded.
Like, yeah, like,
I don't remember that match. Exactly. I don't remember it.
Because when you know what's going to happen in a match, you don't care, you don't get invested.
Which is what happened with Elimination Chamber, but we won't get into that soon.
We knew what's going to happen on the SmackDown one, but it was still a good show. But it's still a good...
No, see, so we didn't... So it was weird because you didn't really know if they were going to give it to Naomi because it was her hometown. And you know Vince like fucking with people in their hometown. Yeah. So, and they were running on time. And that was another issue why that match was cut so short was because it was, I mean, we already in the goddamn stadium for 6 hours. Like, it was a wrap it up time. So you didn't, like, it was definitely a suspense in the arena when that particular match happened.
They botched that match when they gave it to Naomi before then. They should have had that slow burn for her to win it first there. Like,
true, I agree with you there.
All right, Sir Wilkins, what are your thoughts on 619 returning?
I'm a huge Rey Mysterio fan. Like, huge, massive Rey Mysterio fan.
I wouldn't think that.
Me either.
That's interesting. No.
Yeah, I think that.
You guys are don't know me.
No, because
this is my first time here, so I have an excuse.
You like more charismatic guys.
Yeah, no, but he's charismatic because he can.
And Rey was only charismatic because of Eddie.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And that was it.
Ooh, yeah.
So really, unfortunately, when Eddie passed, it was just like,
the only reason he kind of got that.
And it was the only exactly.
It doesn't matter.
And his run was kind of terrible.
He's amazing.
I'm gonna say this, like, I don't mean to cut you off, but like even like little like
you had to cut me off.
I did. I'm sorry. Like even little 12-year-old me that still believed in kayfabe, like I still thought the 619 was an awful finisher. Like,
thank you.
Every time that setup came, I was like, come on, man. Like, how you go fall for that?
Oh.
You both disrespectful.
Look, he finally found his tag team partner.
You guys are disrespectful.
How dope is that? Who would have thought that shit?
Both of y'all, shut the hell up. The 619 was epic. It was just like the fucking people's elbow. It was the same shit. So how long you gonna lay on the floor? While God runs back and forth, but that was more sense though.
He got knocked out first. This person
Exactly.
This person
every time you fought champion 5 times.
But it doesn't matter because everybody marked out when he did it at the Rumble. So actually, it really is very irrelevant.
Okay.
I was tired.
What are you trying? It's the most amazing electrifying move in sports entertainment.
Okay, no.
No, it's not. He goes from side to side and he goes a little thing. It's fucking amazing.
Okay.
Cesaro does it better.
Cesaro does it elbow?
Swiss 19. He does a 619.
He does?
Cesaro,
I
yeah.
don't call it that. You know what it is? I thought the 619 got more realistic when he had like the little, when like he jumps on them.
The splash after.
Yeah, the splash. I felt that. Then I was like, okay, this makes more sense.
It's still fucking good. Anyways, back to this.
Go for
it's
it.
Still fucking. Excuse me.
Just some water. There's no water.
There's no water in there.
Yeah, it's all right. No, I don't want yours. You're disrespectful. So, him return WWE fucking amazing. He looked fucking amazing.
WW,
No.
No. Royal Rumble, he did.
Shape.
That's what I said. He was like WW right.
Yeah, he was in shape.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
He's definitely jacked
Tamales
as fuck.
he's been eating.
Because he's been doing Lucha Underground all these years.
He didn't look like that.
But he didn't.
He lost boss body fat.
And
he was moving. He looked burnt out. He looked amazing. And I will agree with you on one thing. I don't want to fucking see Undertaker at WrestleMania. Absolutely not.
That's it.
Nobody wants to see him at Undertaker. First of all, I saw a video of Undertaker squatting. Oh my fucking
Let me
God.
know when y'all finish. Let's not. No, actually, I don't want to hear it. It's irrelevant.
Like a quarter of an inch down and came back up. And his wife was hyping him up. Oh my God. Oh yeah, baby. Go again.
He's feeling a hip.
So, but that's exactly why he shouldn't be at
He should not be at
I'm sorry. The wrestling fan in me.
No, he's a
I don't care.
No, the wrestling fan in me is why I don't want Taker to come back, because Taker, he's one of those old school guys that like he kept kayfabe real. The only time he was Mark Calloway was in candid pictures that people took like paparazzi and at signings at like Access. What he did at the end of that match last year, regardless of how absolutely trash it was. He what he did there, that's it. Undertaker, Dead Man's No More. I don't think he should.
I'm just saying, when you come back for Raw 25 with your hat and your jacket, you must have went back to Orlando.
Jacket. He had that stupid little vest,
and then he couldn't even speak English. Nobody understood what the fuck he was saying.
Because it was like Morse code.
Stop it.
What happened at Raw 25 was Undertaker went to Vince. Vince went to Undertaker and was like, "We want you at meeting." He's like, "No." And he's like, "I'll give you this much money." And he was like, "No, I'm not wrestling." He's like, "All right, I'll give you 3/4 of that if you just come cut a promo at Raw 25. All right, fine, I'll do that, whatever. He didn't want to be there. He just wanted his paycheck and he went home.
So I have a question.
So you pulled the Brock?
Now, let me ask you guys a question. What do you mark out if you come out as the biker Taker?
No.
I said this. As much as I do not want him to come back, I said the only way I would kind of respect him coming back, the Dead Man's retired. If the Cena match was happening, they needed to keep Cena's losing streak going. He needed to be just defeated, just done, ready to turn on the world. And then it needed to be the Doctor of Thugonomics versus the American Badass.
Yeah.
That's what that match needed to be. That was the only way.
No! We're not bringing him back.
No.
They owe me Cena and Taker.
I get what you're saying. Storyline-wise, that sounds amazing. Both that sounds great.
I think he should stay retired.
On a physical standpoint, did you guys, that match he put on?
It was terrible.
And then it was better than the one before that. He cannot move.
Who he fought before that?
It was Shane.
It was Shane.
In Dallas.
That was better. And Shane put
that was better.
And Shane put him over.
Yeah.
That was definitely better than Roman.
The thing is this the point of yo, you physically can't do this anymore.
That's it.
What is it, 30 years in the business? Plus?
Dude, he couldn't pick up Roman to do a tombstone. So as much as I don't want him to come back, and I'm saying if I had to see him American Badass, that would mean he'd have to do a last ride, and there's no way he'd pick up someone like John Cena to do a last ride.
But then at Chelsea, you could jump with them, yeah.
Yeah.
I get that, but I do not want to see him wrestle. So I'd rather have Rey Mysterio versus Cena.
I agree.
Work a storyline out. I don't know what you want to do with this.
If they're not going to build that till after
So-
2 weeks of nonsense.
Yeah.
So what basically I think
Cena.
if they were smart, they would acknowledge the fact that Rey's last match was against Cena and Cena won and took the title from him.
I did not
So
know that.
that was just like real like his last match, and then he did like a house show and he tagged with Cena. It was dumb.
Raw,
but
he won WWE Championship and he fought him late on that night, right?
Something like that.
I mean, I don't know exactly like what show it was a pay-per-view. All I know is that it was Rey versus Cena, and Cena won the title off of Rey.
Yeah,
and
it
then
was
Rey
that
kind
Raw.
of went into
It was
the
that
sunset.
tournament. It was a
So if
tournament,
they were
yeah.
smart and they knew and they went Men in Black us to make think we didn't know what happened. If they were smart, they would go off of that and bring that back.
But then the thing is, it's storylines of all that. But at the end of the day, it's WrestleMania. I don't want to be sitting there annoyed.
Yeah.
And I was extremely annoyed the past 3 times Undertaker has wrestled at WrestleMania. I don't care the nostalgia because I love Undertaker. But I'm over nostalgia. I'm 30. I don't give a fuck about this shit anymore.
I do.
32 wasn't that bad. 32 I enjoyed for the fact that it was Shane's comeback.
32 was better than 33.
Oh, absolutely.
But he's
31. He fought 31.
31 was
Wyatt.
when he buried Wyatt. Yeah, when he buried Wyatt.
Another
And that
bad
was
match.
no, it wasn't that the match was bad. It was just that
That was a bad
it was just
outcome. That was a bad
Taker
thing
should have
that
lost
ruined, like,
that Mania so that Bray would have he should have put Bray over.
Yeah.
And as much as I love Taker, that actually is what should have
And after
happened.
that, Bray carried that program by coming out every day, cutting a promo by himself. So he should have went over.
He's the big dogs in the WWE. And Vince loves him.
All right.
Correct.
Vince absolutely loves him. When you come down to this, whatever Undertaker wants to do, he'll get it done. He'll do it.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's what it comes down. But I don't want to see him anymore. I absolutely love Taker, and he's one of the greatest wrestlers of like the past 30 years because of what you said. He never broke character. Barely ever broke character, and he elevated that Undertaker did.
Except when, like you said, candid cameras.
Yeah,
Certain interviews.
and I enjoy American Badass Undertaker. I think I'm the only one.
That's not my
black
favorite
people in the world.
Taker. No, fuck
Big
that.
Evil is hardcore champion, beating up everybody.
Are you
Fire.
the whole thing with the American Badass? Like, I thought the gimmick was great because like not many people, especially with somebody with a character that's so iconic, that's just so well known, can pull off such a drastic switch like that in character and still be just as good, if not better. And then the whole storyline with him getting buried alive and then coming back at WrestleMania 20 as the dead man, perfect execution.
He knew how to work a character.
Absolutely.
He's one of the greatest people when it came to character building.
Think, how many people honestly could have showed up? Like, when did he, like, in the mid 80s, late 80s, when he, whatever it was that he showed up, they go backstage and they're like, yeah, you're gonna be a dead cemetery, like, graveskeeper. How many people are like, yeah, I can work with that, I can make that work? Like, he got that and he was like, all right, we'll figure it out. And then like, he became one of, if not the biggest stars in WWE history. Like,
So it is what it is. We all agree that we love this guy.
We all don't agree. Like, if you're gonna say we all agree, you should recant that.
We all agree that
we all agree that we love Taker.
3 out of the 4 here is gonna say that motherfuckers should stay home, eat some popcorn, and
Correct, because
and make sure he don't start walking like Mick Foley forever.
Oh no, I don't think he'll ever walk like Mick. But once again, guys, keep on the lookout. We'll keep you guys posted on any other rumors that we hear pertaining to either Rey Mysterio or Bobby Lashley. So we're gonna jump right on into the WWE recap of this week.
Oh, we don't want to do this.
Sorry for you. It's really gonna be painful, but we'll keep it short and sweet because that's how WWE did us this week. Yeah. Short and sweet.
Please.
All right, so we're actually going to go through the Elimination Chamber results. So as many of you know, Roman Reigns came out unfortunately victorious at the Elimination Chamber, so he is going to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania this year. Alexa Bliss won the first ever women's Elimination Chamber, so kudos to her. Even though I think Sasha Banks should have won, but that's just my opinion. We had Asuka winning against Nia Jax. Sorry for your loss. But you never know what happens because Asuka still, in a sense, can choose who she wants to face. They're pushing it like she's facing Alexa, but Asuka has the choice of picking who she wants to choose, and she still hasn't chosen yet. So there's still hope for your girl. Don't worry.
Are they fighting again next week on Raw?
Yes. Which I don't understand why either.
Nia's not champ though. Asuka's choosing a champ.
Correct.
It's true.
Yeah, so, and then we had Matt Hardy freaking winning a match on a pay-per-view. Clap it up, guys, because it happened. He finally beat Bray Wyatt in the singles match. And then we actually had an added bonus match. We had the Raw Tag Team Champions, The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro versus Titus Worldwide. And The Bar actually won. And then Ronda Rousey came out. She showed face. And she signed her contract. So I'm actually going to start with. I'm going to start with Mr. Black. What were your just basic thoughts on Elimination Chamber? Because now Raw is officially on the road to WrestleMania.
To be honest with you, I just felt that the men's Elimination Chamber, it was mediocre. I felt if you want to show the dominance of Braun Strowman, he should have tear up that Elimination Chamber, everyone's body. How the fact that how Goldberg came.
I mean, he kicked out of everyone's finisher. I don't know how much else I can show how strong. Well, that's because it's just the structure of Chamber. It's padded now. It's not like how it was 10, 12 years ago.
I mean, not Brock. Goldberg came out, speared people through the chamber and everything like that. I expected Braun just picking up people, throwing them against the cage, throwing them against the. But
that was a different time.
Guys. Like the fact that
he did do that to Roman, but
it didn't feel. I didn't feel his dominance. You flipped over a truck. Come on, you survived a garbage truck, but Elimination Chamber, you didn't make it your personal pleasure against these people. I didn't feel the violence. I didn't. Come on. What violence did you want?
He wanted blood. ECW? He did. That's what it sounded like.
There was no blood in the Usos versus the New Day match in Hell in a Cell, but you felt the carnage. Just because motherfuckers put niggas in handcuffs. It doesn't matter. You felt it. You felt the violence. At one point, I was like, nah, I felt like a kid. I wanted to go in there and save the Usos.
I wouldn't compare that because just off of the rip, the chemistry the Usos and New Day have is on a different level.
I understand that, but I'm saying that
than everybody that's in this match.
Dominance. Elias, why didn't you go to the elimination with your guitar and slam somebody with it?
I mean,
he didn't do none of that.
Because he was in a cage.
It doesn't matter. You give people unfair advantages. The match was slow. You know, it kind of built up. What's up?
Somebody just said that New Orleans didn't win any blood.
Yeah, New Orleans, because of injuries that have happened, their athletic commission for wrestling and stuff, they banned pile drivers and any kind of blood.
Right, but it had to be blood though, but at least make it violent. At least make it show that.
Hold on.
Who said that?
But you're talking about, you said the match was slow.
It was slow, but let me finish.
Hold on a second. Look who's in the match.
You got 7 people in there.
It's 7 people in there.
Stats.
And you have
PD stats.
You have John Cena, Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, and The Miz. 4 motherfuckers who move slow.
Doesn't matter though.
So how do you make the match faster?
That match is not meant to be fast.
Throw Seth through the glass. Throw Seth Rollins through the glass.
It's not making the match faster.
It does make it fast. I'm saying that overall though.
It must but you're talking about these people have health. Would you look at people's health?
So fun fact. This is why for me, Orlando was better than Dallas WrestleMania is because everybody that participated in WrestleMania 32 was that was supposed to were injured. Like Seth was gone, John was gone, Finn was gone. Like everybody was gone. Like you had the mediocre people headline WrestleMania at that point. So I mean, there is I think a conscious effort of everyone keeping everyone in a safer and healthier bit on the road to WrestleMania because we're we're less than 40 days away.
Again, so overall though, the women's Elimination Chamber match was whack. Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt. Come on, either one, they both seem to come on, how far are you going to be?
I'm just waiting for the final deletion at this point.
Right, and the fact that I had no interest going into this match because it became repetitive. The Bar versus Titus Worldwide, come on, y'all, it's Black History Month. Y'all couldn't get the W for this pick?
They should have got the W on Raw, but...
Right, but overall...
That's neither here nor there.
The whole pay-per-view, Asuka versus Nia Jax, again, that was a bore. The whole pay-per-view as entirety...
Not a bore. It was not a bore. But keep going.
Anything Asuka's involved in is boring to me.
What?
Wow.
Our friendship is going to be canceled soon. I'm going to give you one more chance over here.
Though, the Raw Elimination Chamber compared to SmackDown last year, boy, that main event last year, tough. Like you felt the intensity.
Elimination Chamber last year was solid.
Exactly. Now compared to this year, What's your excuse? You have all quote unquote top stars on this pay-per-view though.
It was oversaturated. There's no reason why there should have been 7 people in that damn chamber at all.
But they had 3 of the people that was there in the SmackDown one. Bray, The Miz, my son John. The match should have been better. Overall, this pay-per-view did not meet expectations.
Your expectation was just too high.
No, it's just the fact that I see Seth, I see The Miz, I see Finn Balor, John Cena, solid match. Braun, all these guys, solid competitors.
Solid apart, but together, it's a very different dynamic.
Threat, John versus
you already know
Braun, great match.
You already know I hate more than 2 people wrestling together.
Before you go, I'm gonna go real quick. Now, the men's elimination, the problem was the order. The order of people eliminated. That's the major part of it. It wasn't saying who's gonna moving up, blah, blah, blah. Now, I get what you're saying when you're saying it was slow, but the problem is you have guys in here who are, it's way too many different styles. It's like I'm putting so many different types of ingredients in here and it's just not gonna taste well. I get it. You have, these are the top guys. These are the top guys. At the end of the day, the chemistry was off.
Way off.
Way off. Finn was out of place. Like I don't say I love Finn, I enjoy Finn.
Yeah, me too.
But
come to the dark side.
But he hasn't fully found chemistry within American style WWE wrestling. Let me finish. It's not fully there. Because he still hasn't adjusted the way that he needs to adjust to get that chemistry off the floor. Now, we talk about Elias. The way he went out was bullshit. Straight bullshit.
Well, last one in, first one out.
Straight bullshit. Because you're not telling a story right now. The way the Elimination Chamber shipment have been done is like, who's the next guy's coming up? Braun, I get it. You wanted to put over to Roman. I understand that, but it just felt stupid.
I just felt that the fact that he went down with the fact, I don't know, I just felt that.
And hold on.
Aside to control, I just felt that after he beat up Roman Reigns, what's the point of that?
What's the point of that? Because you want him to look strong.
You still want us to have this dominant side.
Can't really wrestle. And I can't really wrestle. And when you put him in a cage like that, you kind of limit him because he doesn't want to get hurt. But at the same time, he wants to put on a show, and he looked exhausted. I'm not gonna lie to you, he looked a little exhausted. A couple was off the rope, it's like, yo, bro, you gassed? So I'm keeping it that. Now, you got John Cena. To be honest, John Cena probably looked the best out of most people there. Yeah. And I'm just saying from what I saw from that match.
People hate on John, but he can carry a match.
But he can carry a match. He can put people over.
And he probably looked the best there. Seth looked good. But at the same time, his best work was last week Monday. Week before. That was his best work in a while. And once again, he didn't acclimate to a bunch of big dudes. They were overshadowed. Like, it was a bunch of giants and a bunch of regular guys in there, and they weren't mixing the right way. They didn't call that match the right way, and then they dropped the ball. Those 7 guys dropped the ball, and I'm not going to say management. I'm saying those 7 guys. They should have had a conversation before that match to really sell it over. And I'm also thinking that they're half-assing right now because they're saving everything for WrestleMania. So, one more thing, the Women's Elimination Chamber was solid. It wasn't sucky, it was solid. It was solid. And the best person for me in that match was Mickie James.
That match did what it needed to do.
It did what it needed to do. Yes. And also, supposedly, would you go with Sasha Banks thing? Triple H wanted Sasha Banks to win.
And Vince wanted Alexa.
And Vince wasn't Alexa. Who gets the final word?
Vince. So that's
exactly.
Why.
So what's your opinion real quick on that one?
The women, I mean, for that, it really could have gone either way. I was expecting Alexa to win. I mean, everything that I was expecting to happen happened in this thing. That's the biggest problem with this pay-per-view. You looked at this on paper, and if you watch wrestling, and I'm like, and you watch, like, you analyze, like, you try to predict what's going to happen. You look at this on paper, and without even thinking, you're like, they're winning, they're winning, they're winning, they're winning, they're winning. Like, it was ridiculous. I mean, the men's elimination chamber, since the belt was put on Goldberg last year at Fastlane, we knew that this was happening. Like, we knew the plan was Brock's going to win. He's going to hold it all year. Reigns, it's going to be the 2 and 23 and 2 facing each other and blah, blah, blah. Like Vince's wet dream happening. So that just killed that match for me. Like, you know who's going to be in the end. You know who's going to win. Like, why even bother watching the match? That's like, fine. Like, that's hearing the spoilers for a TV show, and you're like, well, I'm still going to sit to see what happens, even though I heard it. Like,
there's nothing wrong with that. I do that sometimes.
I mean, but
we all do it. We're wrestling fans.
You get what I'm
do it all the
saying,
time.
Though, but it takes out what really gets, like, as much as wrestling, enjoying it is about the in-ring skill, it's about the story. It's about the characters pulling you in. And when you know exactly how that story is going to happen, exactly how it's going to play out, you're not going to get invested. And that was the problem with this pay-per-view.
And that's a major problem with the pay-per-view. And then we go on to Asuka versus Nia. And we already knew that Asuka was going to win. And a lot of people was like, this is, like, even though my wet dream, just like Vince, is Nia to win the women's championship, we know she was going to be Asuka. Like, I knew off the rip she was going to be Asuka because we don't want any surprise before WrestleMania.
Yep.
We don't want any surprise. We don't want any surprise at all. Woken Matt Hardy, and the Wyatt was a waste of time.
Matt right now, Matt's not going to be relevant until Jeff comes back. Like, they botched this so hard because they just. But that's what happens with Bray Wyatt, though. It's like, whoever ends up working a program with him, they overwork it and they just keep booking the same thing over and over. Like,
they try to do this slow burn with those programs, but the problem with those slow programs, instead of just cutting promos back and forth, and this is what I've told numerous times on other podcasts, they're not doing stuff outside the ring.
That's the problem. Big Show, I think Big Show said it best. He was on a podcast or just doing a random interview, and he said the difference between WWE now and WWE back in the day is that creative now, they'll write something, they'll book it for the show that's happening in 12 hours, and then come next week, forget what they did. They won't think ahead. And when you go to WWE back in the day, creative and everybody in charge would sit down, plan everything out for 3-6 months ahead.
Exactly. And then you're doing stuff like, hey, I'm going to do the Booker T. I bring up the Booker T versus Stone Cold in the grocery store as one of the greatest things in wrestling. Because you know why? It was outside the ring. It's like, we're at an age where we know wrestling is fake. We all accept that. Yeah, we know it's all scripted. So, keep scripting shit. They should be a wrestling match in here. Like, somebody comes in and you know what I mean? Like, be creative. Your fucking name is fucking creative. Be fucking creative. And work shit. And one of the greatest times in wrestling was doing the Ruthless Aggression era during Kurt Angle's run. They, like you said, they had legit storyboards. Legit storyboards worked out. And also they let guys run with their promos.
That's the other thing too. The problem, people I love the Attitude Era, don't get me wrong, but I think the Ruthless Aggression Era is the best in WWE.
Thank you! Oh my gosh, thank you! Let's try to tell me that the Attitude Era is freaking overrated.
I don't think it's overrated.
It's not overrated, but I just felt that Ruthless Aggression Era, it had everybody. RVD, Chris Benoit, Eddie, everybody from all three companies in one damn company.
The difference...
He found his lunch.
The difference between the two is that the Attitude Era is built on moments. The Attitude Era doesn't have, the only storyline you really remember from the Attitude Era is the WCW, the Monday Night Wars, and Stone Cold and Vince McMahon. Everything else that happens...
And the tag team scene, the TLC matches.
Yes.
And China.
Everything else is kind of forgettable.
That's more than one, guys. That's more than one.
Keyword,
it's only a few. But Attitude Era, though, you think back to all the real memorable stuff from that, it's singular moments, just picked out from here and there. Great moments, but when you look at the Ruthless Aggression Era, you had, almost all the storylines. They built them. Those matches happened, once you got to the end of that storyline and that big match was coming, you were invested. You're like, oh.
Let me add on to what you're saying, brother.
Wow.
The Cruiserweight was main eventing SmackDown. They had a table tape.
Fire.
A Rey Mysterio versus Matt Hardy. And when Rey won that title, the arena erupted because they put in time. Yes, it was a mid-card storyline, but it felt real to us.
But you know what? I'll give you that. I'll give you guys that. But the Attitude Era introduced all of that because I get what you're saying.
It was your training wheels.
Basically, all right, cool. We passed the ball to you, and you ran with it. But at the same time, you were doing stuff that wasn't for instance, DX. Another moment. I know there's moments. DX going to WCW. Stuff like that. Monday Night Wars. Stuff like that. But it's You're developing stuff. You're doing stuff like not just in the ring. That's the problem.
Yep.
Whatever era you're going to do, add to the rules of wrestling era, you're doing stuff outside the ring. You're having a conversation. Letting guys cut promos. One of the greatest promos I ever heard in my life, and it almost made me cry, was Eddie Guerrero cutting a promo against The Rock. He was talking about his daughter having a poster of The Rock. He went off about a fucking poster. And went off. I was like, this. I watched it last night.
I want to watch it.
And I was like, yo, this is amazing. And this is the problem with what's going on. I know we have to move on to Raw. But you watch this Elimination Chamber, like what you said. It's like, I know what's going to happen. And I'm not fully invested. WWE needs to get people invested back into the storylines.
Continue what you were saying. I felt the one time I was invested in recent years, that's how I felt like the brand split definitely ruined everything. I mean, not the brand split, but the shake-up, Super shake-up. Because I remember Randy Orton was with the Wyatts. Everybody looking, I was like, yo, the fact that Edge came out was like, bro, what's wrong with you, son? Not like this. Randy was just so cold, stone cold, like, yeah.
That's why he was one of the greatest.
And the fact
Before he got lazy.
Right. And the fact that there was in the Survivor Series match, him and Bray, brothers in arms, worked together. The fact that Super Abigail threw it to him, RKO, great finish line. He is the most underrated performer at Survivor Series is Randy Orton. He got many W's. Him versus Shawn Michaels, bloody Shawn Michaels. And
you talking about Randy? Before he got lazy.
All I'm saying is this though. That was one of the greatest storylines in modern day time because you was invested. The fact that he infiltrated the Wyatt family, made him and Eric Rowan beef with each other, infiltrated, then he came out. The fact that he won the Royal Rumble.
Because he's passionate.
I know.
Passionate.
Like, he won the Royal Rumble.
I think Steve wants to jump in on it.
I know. And he was so great. The fact that Bray Wyatt's promo, he said, I have the whole damn world in my hand. That promo electrified. It's on the Jabba Tears Instagram page. I put it up. That was a storyline that took months to develop.
He just got a promo, ladies and gentlemen. He just got a promo right now.
Shoot. You know where it fell apart? Is when creative got lazy.
It's when fucking WrestleMania happened.
Yes.
Well, yeah, because, and I always said, because I was pissed. I was pissed more at the fact that Randy won, but it was just because I didn't know that the week later Bray was going to be on Raw.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
And that was the only reason why I think Bray lost to begin with, was because they had to take the title off of him.
Yeah, I didn't like that. People was like, oh, the match was stupid. You had all these.
The match was terrible.
The match was trash.
But like, you know why I liked it?
The whole stadium was quiet.
You know why I liked it? Because look at it from a psychological point of view. Bray will get you from the inside out.
No, but just being there and seeing all the lights going off, lights coming on, that shit was dumb. Yeah. That shit was dumb. Like, us being there was confused as fuck. We were just sitting here like, all right, what's going on here?
Like on TV,
I watched it on
the camera
TV.
panned up, and you see all the roaches. You was like, oh, that's fire. You remember the was like, yo, that's high.
So yeah, I have a knack for if I'm there live, I don't watch it again.
To go back on the point is creative is fucking lazy.
Yeah.
Creative is lazy.
The problem with creative now is that the reason why storylines were so good in the Ruthless Aggression was because, like we said, they would storyboard it. They'd be like, all right, this is point A, B, C, and D. You have to get to these points, but you fill the middle there. Do what you have to do to draw people in, make it entertaining, but you got to hit these points. And today, they don't do that. What they do is 2 hours before a show, they'll come up and be like, all right, this is the script, word for word, you need to memorize this and then go cut the promo.
And that's the problem.
They don't let them go out there and ad-lib. That's what made promos so great.
So let's see who's doing the greatest promos right now. New Day. They're part of the writing when it comes to that stuff. Usos are doing the same thing. So people and you're basically seeing people who are doing well are the ones who are involved, because at the same time, my character is an extension of who I am.
Exactly.
So I can do the psychological work for you. Just like we work together. And that's the problem. Like Titus Worldwide, that thing could be something so cool, but they're not doing the right thing. The bar, the reason why they're doing it is they're they're involved.
Yep.
The people who are involved, you let people be involved, and you'll have a better product. So
going into Raw, so now we'll just jump into that. Mm-hmm. And speaking of promos, Can we talk about how John Cena trolled the fuck out of all of us on Monday?
That's one of the reasons why I've been a John Cena fan. I still am, because he does things like that, and like it cracks me up because I think trolling is hysterical.
I
laughed my
fucking tight because I was so excited. Snapchat ready, like, oh shit, take about to come out, lights about to come on, and he was like, yeah, so that's never happening, and I was just like,
that's exactly why
fucking
so
Cena. And then not only did you do that, but then you're like, so I'm taking my talents in South Beach and I'm going to SmackDown. Like, wait, what? Like, John Cena, why did you do that?
What I liked about that promo was you're showing that you're a superstar.
Like, regardless of what people say about Roman being a top guy, John Cena, until he decides to put up them boots, will always be the top guy in WWE.
And you know what? This past year, I was never fully a fan of him. It took me about these past 2 years, actually. And I was like, yo, this guy is really good. And I fell into the we hate Cena thing. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I really was like, you know what? Let me go through his old stuff, see what he did and everything, and then you start really appreciating what he's doing for the company. Mm-hmm. And then this promo just sets the bar up even higher. Like, yo, what? He literally cut a promo, talk shit, and said I'm going to SmackDown, like on some petty shit. Like, you don't even know to hate him or should I like him? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I agree with you.
So that was so cool. And then The Miz did a good promo too. But
excellent.
No, yeah, Miz too, strong words. And then, all right, Mr. Black, what were your thoughts? I'll just ask you about Raw and then we'll move on to SmackDown. What were your thoughts on Raw too?
It was, the Miz promo was good. The Miz, that little gauntlet that they have was great. Great wrestling. It made everyone look good. I didn't know that the Raw tag team match was 2 out of 3 falls.
It was sure enough was because the first fall happened within the first 60 seconds of the.
The bar got both.
The bar got both fucking pins in less than 8 minutes.
And the crazy thing about it, and the Ronda Rousey segment, I usually don't say this. A lot of stuff that make me feel uncomfortable. You guys know that. But it was very uncomfortable to watch. It was boring. It was repetitive. I'm looking like...
So we not going to laugh at the facts? Because I thought Stephanie was going to slap a bitch again. Yeah, but she apologized. She threw me for a loop.
But again, Raw was... that segment was terrible. It should not be... I'm closing the night.
Ronda's just she's very awkward with the mic still.
Okay.
She's always going to be awkward, though.
I said this before.
That's
she's
why,
always gonna be awkward on the mic.
She should be in a stable.
It's gonna take a little while. What she really needs, she needs the mouthpiece so that she could work with them, be under their wing, and she could just get comfortable being out there. Like, I think right now she still just got the jitters. Like,
they threw her into the pit of flames of the WWE crowd. And, once again, like we always talk about like the hardcore fan and the casual fan. But like with Ronda, you have to be a hardcore MMA fan to really appreciate her. And
as a hardcore MMA fan, I hate Ronda Rousey. But I respect her for what she's doing here because... Even though I didn't like her in MMA, like I respected the hell out of when she said, like, I can do whatever I want for way more money, but I like wrestling. I want to be here. And if she's actually on Raw, like every week or majority of the time, all right. But if you put in the work, you get comfortable on the mic, you actually show some skill in the ring, I'll maybe be a fan.
I'm only gonna be a fan if I see her work in the ring.
Yeah,
me too.
I need to see her work in the ring because I can forget the mic skills a little bit because I'm a big mic skill guy.
Yeah.
But you know what? Well, let's see what you do in the ring. How many boxes? Because you're gonna box something. Because you're super green. I don't even know how much training she did before this.
I don't think, if any, like in the ring itself. I mean, she got about 5 weeks to figure the shit out. So.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
But, all right.
And the problem with that is she's not going to be in the ring with somebody who can make her look good. She's going to be in the ring with Stephanie McMahon.
All right. Dang, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as of yet, but we all know what's going to happen. All right, so with SmackDown, how many of you guys stayed up for the entire show? Because I definitely fell asleep at the 9:30 time.
No. The only reason I actually stayed up to watch it was because it was Cena versus AJ. But otherwise,
see, I couldn't even get that far.
Can I go first?
Sure.
Overall, SmackDown was kind of quality because I guess 2 back-to-back nights of terribleness. So you watch this, it's actually pretty good.
It was super slow. If you want to know about slow, watch SmackDown because that's super slow.
Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin, that's actually a pretty good match. Ruby Riott versus Naomi. I realized I saw Ruby Riott in person at House of Glory, and I realized seeing her again in WWE, she's gonna get a title shot.
She got one.
I know, but like she's gonna become women's champion eventually because she has so much potential to basically headline WrestleMania with someone else.
I wouldn't go that far, but all right.
The New Day versus the Usos promos.
I could watch that every day.
Yeah, that's like motivation.
Every day, every time the Usos go do promos, I always save it, but it shows the world why Biggie should be champion.
Yo, he took that mic. I said, I clutched my pearls.
Exactly.
I said, oh,
I mean, I don't have
you
pearls,
talking to me?
My baldy, but it shows you why you should be WWE champion.
It's the dude's talented.
Another match. I felt like it was great. John Cena versus AJ Styles, because John Cena pull out moves I haven't seen him ever do.
I mean, because he got to bring it, and this isn't the first time they've. Yeah.
I was there at Rumble when Cena beat AJ for the belt. And even though I was upset AJ lost, like that match, like being like even on TV, like just but being there live though, like that match, it was incredible.
And they said that if you notice, I didn't even notice until AJ mentioned it on the podcast. He said we never went out the ring.
That's a lot of people that I talked to because that match happened right after the Omega match that year at Wrestle Kingdom when everybody's 6 stars, 6 stars, and they're like, yeah, that was a good match, but like you look at that Cena AJ match. When it like in ring wise, the quality ain't that far off. But that match though, that was a pure championship match because they just stayed in the ring and beat the hell out of each other trying to win that championship.
And I don't understand why that didn't even get a mention of a 5-star match.
Yeah,
because it's WWE.
Well, that and because people hate on Cena at the end of the day.
WWE Cena, like people but will never give WWE.
Yeah, but people forget also another good match that people of all John Cena that was very underrated. Triple threat: Seth Rollins, John Cena, Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship triple threat match at Royal Rumble. Nobody talks about that match and how good that quality match was. Very good.
What year was that?
I didn't like it.
That was
what year was that?
Of WrestleMania 31.
I think so. Yeah.
Also going towards Cali.
But overall,
Brock slowed it down.
But overall,
as always,
even like Eddie England versus Shinsuke, it was good. Overall, this whole SmackDown, to me, it was good. Except for the whole John Cena promo, he basically going on I've seen the storyline before with Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels tried to get an opportunity with Undertaker or a match. He always kept on failing. Of course, HBK did it better, but...
I mean, did he? Cena won.
Huh?
Cena won, though, on SmackDown, so...
Yeah, but again, that's what happened with Shawn Michaels. He won the match at Elimination Chamber, but he lost. And so overall, it's just like it's a repackaged storyline. So that's what John Cena how he's gonna elevate this storyline.
All right, Sir Wilkins, what were your thoughts on SmackDown? Real quick.
Was pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie, it's trash.
Yeah, like I'm trying to sit here and understand like how y'all did not fall asleep.
And the only thing that was good was because John Cena and once again John Cena did his thing and the Usos promo. Yep. There was nothing more.
Everything else was just fillers and just.
There was nothing more to SmackDown. There was nothing more to SmackDown. Like SmackDown has become one of those shows where it's becoming an indie show. You go there for the wrestling, a quick storyline, and you go to sleep.
But it wasn't like that before, bro.
But you know what? The one thing
Last
I do.
year SmackDown was so fun.
But you guys keep talking about the past. We're in the present.
No, I know, but like it's just to compare to how bad it's gotten.
And I feel like that they have the wrong people on the wrong show. I like last I texted you the other day, Mickie James belongs on SmackDown. Mm-hmm. I heard that Mickie James getting a push. Charlotte belongs on Raw because Charlotte does not bring that presence.
It's true, but if you have Bayley, unfortunately, if you have Bayley and Sasha on Raw, and I think that was the main reason why they put Charlotte on SmackDown, it's gonna oversaturate the division.
Yes, but I just felt that Charlotte belongs on Raw because
she already was there, and that's why she got
Charlotte's
switched.
More flashier. SmackDown Women's Division.
But that's the point to have her be the top star in that division.
But I feel like SmackDown Women's Division, they gritted. Make Mickie James go back. Alexa Bliss fit that style because those women on SmackDown grittier. One on Raw, they too pretty for me.
So no, what it is, you need to mix it up and put Charlotte on Raw. I believe you should put Charlotte on Raw. Sasha Banks needs to go to SmackDown.
They just both can't be on the same brand.
No, okay. Sasha Banks needs to go on SmackDown.
I agree with you. Okay.
Go on SmackDown.
I'm with Mickie James.
Mickie James, I can see that. Move Nia to SmackDown.
Yeah.
Move Nia to SmackDown.
And Naomi to Raw.
But then she won't be with her husband, and that's probably a deal breaker.
So they
flip flop the Usos.
No. You need
Usos need to stay on SmackDown.
As long as New Day's on SmackDown, you need the Usos on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Okay, if that's the case, put the New Day on Battle Raw and bring the Bar over there. Those matches we could have? A match of the Bar versus the Usos?
But
still cage match?
But won't you get like bored seeing it though?
No.
Because I'm just sitting here waiting for the Bar to split up. But they do better together than apart.
Yeah,
so
like the way that I look at it, like the Bar has the potential to put on such good matches because that when they ended the New Day's title reign, that finish to that match was like picture perfect. Like that was the way to end that title reign. And like I did not want to like Sheamus and Cesaro, but they work well together.
Oh yeah,
and they work really well with whoever they're facing. Like they make it work.
But then again, y'all forget. Cesaro is a tag team specialist. When him and Seth Rollins, aka Tyler Black, there was an excellent tag team. So he has the tag team.
Well, him and Natty's husband was really good before he got taken out.
Natty's husband's over.
Ooh, that's up for debate. But
I talked to him for like an hour about MMA when I was in Houston. So like, I'm not gonna say anything bad about him. He's a cool dude.
You know why? Again,
I meet him.
You know what? I like Tyson Kidd because that whole dynamic was great. Tyson Kidd was not doing.
I'm sorry, that gimmick was hilarious. The fucking headphone shit, that it made me mad. But then I was just like,
It was good overall. I missed that tag team. That's one of another.
But now he's one of he's like one of the agents in the back, so he still got a job. He's still bringing income. All right, so we're actually going to add a new segment to our show called Jobber of the Week. We are the Jobber Tears podcast, so it only makes sense that we list a jobber every week. So shout out to Cousin Leo for that brilliant idea over there. All right, so I'm going to start with Mr. Black. Who is your jobber of the week?
Come on. Every week, Black excellence. I put two. Biggie, the New Day, and the Usos.
They're not
jobbers.
Oh, jobbers of the week.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. That's the case.
The whole segment, bro.
Dang, there's kind of no jobbers that they don't know jobbing on Raw.
Or SmackDown. I mean, jobber of the week. Just anybody.
Come on, man. The OG, the one who spied this podcast, the Brooklyn Brawler. He's forever be my jobber of the week.
Forever and ever. Okay. Sir Wilkins, who is your jobber of the week?
Zack Ryder.
Dang, I forgot about him. He hasn't been on TV in weeks. Wow. Okay.
But neither has Brooklyn Brawler been on TV in years.
He was on Raw 25?
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
He was on Raw 25?
Weeks. He saved you on that one.
Okay, fine. I gotta go with Zack Ryder too.
Wait, what?
Oh, you did Brooklyn Brawler. Next.
Yeah.
I gotta go with my man Rusev because he's so over and he still don't do shit ever. So
Okay.
All right, my jobber this week is Kurt fucking Angle.
Oh my gosh. That punch ran out the ring?
Kurt Angle looked up to the sky and got punched in the face. I was like, but why? But he took that fucking bump. But regardless, sir, you get the jobber of the week.
He's such a comedy act now.
Yeah. But it's comical. All right, so our next segment is our rivalry. So dream matches that have never happened. So we're going to start off with Mr. Black.
Try to be funny, try to make me go first because all those weeks I teased.
I didn't say anything.
Got a throwback. China versus Beth Phoenix.
Ooh.
I have testosterone in that ring.
Wow. You're wrong.
That's fucked up.
And at a stipulation,
maybe that other good, that guy would want to be in that match too.
It's a good housekeeping match.
What?
So the thing is,
what?
The storyline is China called out for not pleasing her man Edge. Ooh. All right, and show her like how to be a woman.
And then Beth call China a hoe.
Yes, and a home wrecker. You know.
But didn't her home get wrecked first?
One night in China, man.
This is my fantasy, okay? And in the match, one of the goals is you got to iron the shirt.
Oh, okay.
Somebody goes through an ironing board. It works.
Exactly. No. Like she picks an iron shirt.
I'm so glad you understand him.
Pick him up and drop him.
We might need you on here more often.
Don't worry about it, brothers.
Sir Wilkins, who is your rivalry match of the week? This man said housekeeping match. I'm still on that.
Bobby, what about this last week? A cage match? That's allowed in a minute?
Bobby Lashley versus... well, you shouldn't even be allowed to say on the tape.
Exactly, not.
What you said. But all right, cool.
What kind of match is this? It's a Lion Dens match. No! You cheated for weeks about this. Why do we like this match?
Well, no, because your Lions Den match actually happened. The one you said.
I said that, Brock Lesnar like bring back for Brock specialty match. You're stupid. But you, man, Undertaker versus Bobby Lashley and Lion Dens match. What? So, this is the story.
Lord.
Let's hear this.
Leo, make sure you're looking at the phone for the questions.
Bobby Lashley comes out, cut his promo. Undertaker's healthy, obviously. He's like, okay, spring chicken.
First hit still good.
Okay. He comes out, he's just like, you're in my yard, blah, blah, blah. And Bobby's like, this is my yard. And then he said, I can beat you in any sport, any type of style of wrestling, blah, blah, blah. It's actually pretty good. And then, because Undertaker likes MMA.
He does.
Well, yeah, Hell's Gate.
And then, so he goes, you know what? This match. But Undertaker, he's gonna wear the shorts and no shirt. No, he'll wear his American. He's an American badass one. So he'll have the hang out his gloves on. He's gonna be out there, and it's like that's the match.
Wow. All right. Slick Williams, who would you have for this week?
All right, I would have to go with William Regal versus Pete Dunne.
Whoa!
And
damn.
That would be not for the UK title, for the European Championship.
Bring it back.
And we're not even going to make it complicated. We're just going to make it a street fight, falls count anywhere. They just going back and forth, making it just one of those dirty personal feuds that they just attack each other. They go at each other with words, with fists, with kendo sticks, garbage cans, everything.
I'm invested.
You get to this match and you're like, yo.
I feel like I've seen it.
I'm visualizing. You get to this
it.
match, you're at like WWF in your house, like you at that.
Oh my god, I'm gonna watch when I go home.
And you the bell rings and just everything's all the weapons just flying, like they just beating the shit out of each other, and it's just classic.
I don't know how I can follow up on that one. Mine this week is Rick Rude versus Bobby Roode.
Yeah, it's safe.
Just put 2 mirrors in it.
Yeah, that's it. Well, okay. It's safe because I don't think you could top his after that.
All right, thanks. Even though I'm the one moderating. No, but you did good. You did good. Oh, no. You said too much. You already said that I couldn't top anything. So, it's cool. That's all I heard. Heard you, bro.
I hate her, bro. You just go for she's part of the team, bro.
Heard you.
She's home. No, you're done.
He LeBron me. It's cool. I understand.
How LeBron you? You're going to South.
Because you traded your own home team.
Go back to South.
You went to the GM and was like, yeah, man, you got to make a change.
Exactly. We called an audible quickly.
We have fewer questions.
Yes, we do. So those are our watching live. Once again, I did tell you in the beginning of the show to come back around that 9 o'clock hour. It is a little after 9. But we are going to take the first 5 questions. So we're going to ask Cousin Leo, who's on the side reading all the comments and everything. What I need you to do is tell me the name of the person and their question. It has to be wrestling related. And then please actually direct it to one of us. So if you want to ask Sir Wilkins a question, say at Jabba Tears Podcast. I have a question for Sir Wilkins. What's the question for Mr. Black? And then also for our amazing guest, Slick Williams. And then if you want to ask me a question, ask me. But please say your question, who your question is to, and your question. So we're going to, let the questions roll in a little bit. We're going to only take 5 questions.
Go ahead, Lee.
So here's the problem. I first started the question about the name.
Okay, so it's fine.
So the first question is...
Or if you start to see actually people asking questions, then you can do that too.
Okay.
First question
is, how all the Fox big boy at SmackDown Live and low-key changing their stance?
What?
Wait, I'm gonna need you to read English. Okay, so next question. See what we do every week.
Book a match for WrestleMania that doesn't involve the title, men and women, and explain how it's gonna end.
Man or woman?
Yeah.
So who you talking about?
A fantasy match. Well, you can answer that then.
Yeah, you ask it. We could do Jacqueline versus Naomi.
Ooh, okay.
boiler room match.
Okay.
Wow, that's
They're in a fucking stadium. You gotta chill, bro.
Hold on, wait.
Well, they got a boiler.
Wait, they have a boiler room match.
This is logic.
So the storyline is basically.
You were the perfect person to get this question.
Go.
Whatever.
But the storyline is Naomi had a child, gave it up for adoption.
What?
And then Gene Snitsky kicked it?
No.
They gotta bring that guy back one time.
No, Jacqueline raised it.
Okay.
What?
And then we finally find out that Naomi Naomi was the mother and she gave it up. Never told Jey Uso.
That's kind of fire.
Never told Jey Uso, which is leading to marital problems backstage.
That's better than Kurt Angle and Jason Jordan.
Mm-hmm. So marital problem they're having backstage now because we all know that they're married.
Yeah.
So then the storyline continues. It builds up. It builds up.
So why did they find the boiler room?
I'm getting to that.
Because things are hot. That's why.
So Jacqueline wants the title. And in order you get the title is you get the title you gotta go through the entire stadium to get the title. So you fight through the stadium and then
we're playing Manhunt.
Why do your stories always get to the left? They go so far right.
And then the winner is Naomi.
Okay.
With her and her baby?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, how did I know that was gonna end?
Yeah.
All right, Kazuya, next question. Wow.
I have one for the entire crew. What's the Backlash main event?
Who's gonna win?
Or who do you think the backlash main event
Correct.
be? Bobby Lashley versus Brock.
Oh, Backlash?
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, and it's the first combined one too.
Yeah, Bobby Lashley.
Damn.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Main event?
And that's by Busy J791.
I know that person. Shit. I don't know. Main eventing? I really don't know.
Slick.
Yeah.
I think AJ's dropping the title at Mania, so I'd say Lashley versus AJ would be the main event of that show.
Yeah. Yours? Same thing. Doesn't matter. Everything with Lashley. She don't know.
I'm gonna respectfully decline just because my brain it's the first combined, and I know Roman's gonna have the title, so it'll be Roman versus someone, but I just don't know. I don't want it to be Braun, so.
It's Drop Knowledge.
Is he? Yeah. Okay.
And Wilkins. Who would you like to see Lashley face if Brock is definitely leaving when his contract expires at Mania?
Who would like to see Bobby? All right. This is gonna sound crazy. Two people I want to see him face is Roman, because I think he'll make Roman better.
Yeah, you will. Okay.
Because Bobby's extremely athletic.
Make him look good. I don't know about making him better.
John Cena made Roman better. So
Yeah.
and the next one will be John Cena because they're such like large men. Pause.
Wow.
I mean, Lashley kind of was the John Cena of TNA for a little bit.
And they called him.
He was.
Back then, they called him Black John Cena.
Yeah. So I think that would be a great match.
Okay.
That's the third one. You have two more.
Two more.
Julian Bell said, "Who is for everybody? Who do you think is going to win in ROH, Kenny or Cody?"
Oh.
I'm saying Cody.
I say Cody because I feel like Cody got more to gain than Kenny.
I think Cody too.
Yeah, because Kenny is ready to top the world. Like, he can afford a W, a L.
And I think Kenny's going to be getting into the more so into the tag scene.
Yeah, and Kenny's coming to WWE.
Yeah.
Eventually. They're all hypocrites. They'll all be in WWE eventually. Even the young
All right,
bucks.
so what's the last one?
Pause for a second. Can we back to that?
I don't know if he wrote it, but it was good for this time. Like the storyline was like very simple and basic, but the acting, the little like jabs and stuff that they had, the jokes was like, okay, this works for this time.
But I think that's why they rebooted. What you call it? Is it Do the Right Thing? What was the one with the girl?
It's the right thing.
They didn't reboot it.
Well, they did a Netflix thing.
She gotta have
Oh yeah, she's gotta have it, but it was off of
because
that.
Oh, okay, you recording?
Yeah, he's recording now. It's fine.
I have a couple more questions.
Okay, we'll take two just to be cute.
I have one for you and I have one for you.
Well, how about both? Everyone's gonna answer.
Okay. Who do you think will win the?
Yeah.
Who's this for? Who's that my first question for?
Oh, Mr. Black.
Let him answer.
Fine.
Who do you think is going to win the Cruiserweight Championship tournament at WrestleMania?
Oh, who said it?
The DJ Flow.
Oh, your friend.
Come on, man. My son, Cedric the Entertainer. He's going to win it.
Cedric Alexander?
Cedric the Entertainer.
I know. That's what I call him.
Oh,
he is an entertainer, technically.
I didn't know you knew him like that.
Yeah.
To call him somebody totally different. All right, last question.
Oh, this is for, just for...
Yeah.
Slick. For Slick. Who's it from?
Bruce Day.
Rusev Day, TTC, what up?
Hardcore title returns. Are you looking to be launching anytime, any place, rules? Where does the match happen?
Anytime, any place. Ooh, all right. Well, if you're actually doing like hardcore title in this current like state of WWE is a bad idea. But if they're gonna do it right, it's gotta be Ambrose has gotta be the first guy to win it. But who he's gonna face though for it? Oh man, I honestly after that match at NXT Philly, I honestly think Dean Ambrose versus Adam Cole in like a backstage match where they're just like going nuts, just like using everything. Falls Count Anywhere, obviously, because it's backstage. I think they could put on a show like that. That bump that Adam Cole took on those two chairs, like the backs together in his back
War Games.
like I felt that on my back, like that whole weekend that I was there in Philly. I think they could put on a hell of a show. Adam Cole obviously can take bumps. I mean, clearly Dean Ambrose can because John Moxley was taking like lawnmowers and light bulbs to the face, CZW. So I think that Dean Ambrose and Adam Cole could put on a hell of a show for a hardcore title.
I agree.
That's a really good one. All right, so we are winding down to our last segment, which is You Just Made the List. So each week, all of us put someone on the list. We're going to actually let our guest of our show go first.
I get to go. All right.
So someone that, whether it's somebody that aggravated you, a wrestler, anybody, put somebody on the list this week.
I'm going to have to do it. I have to just because, like, we're going into WrestleMania. I'm not excited because I like this main event. Like, we know exactly how it's going to play out. So F5, kick out. Ooh, how'd that happen? And then get the win, spear out of nowhere. Vince McMahon, for giving us a match that we've known about for almost a year and a half. You just made the list.
That's a solid. All right, Sir Wilkins.
Oh, okay, me. All right, cool. So, had a good week this week. Not too much to talk about, but I'm gonna talk about the lady who served me food at my bagel spot. So I enjoy Zucker's Bagels. I might as well be Jewish at this point because I enjoy a solid bagel at Zucker's. Some lox, some cream cheese. I like to sit down every Saturday morning with lox. Salmon.
Oh,
salmon cream cheese? Yes.
Yeah.
You just step out your comfort zone.
Yeah,
I just work at Dunkin' Donuts. Salmon cream cheese. It's lox.
It's called lox.
It's called lox.
Dunkin' Donuts got salmon?
No, not anymore. That's not very popular. The salmon cream cheese. Anyways, go in. I say the same goddamn order every fucking Saturday. Every Saturday. And she still asks, what do you want today? No! I say the same thing every Saturday.
That's just customer service. Like, you cannot be mad. Like, it'd be one thing if she could say...
No, I didn't tip her. In general. Do you tip her in general? No. That's what you remember your order. Oh, so you call me a bad person now, huh? I'm not saying... Maybe you remember my order, I tip her. I want to be loved. Show me that you love me.
Well, you have a girlfriend for that.
No, I want to feel love when I walk in there. Like, hey, Wilkins, I want to go place where everybody knows my name.
Okay.
They're saying cheers. Well, I want to see cheers at Zucker's.
That's hilarious.
That is such a first world problem. Yes. I said it's a first world problem, and it's my problem. Okay. So, girl at Zucker's, you made the list. Okay, girl at Zuckerberg. Okay, cool.
All right.
Not Zuckerberg. Same thing. Zucker's.
No, Zuckerberg is definitely the guy from Facebook.
Okay, so who's next?
You.
Leo, come to the conversations. Come here. Stand right there. Right there. So the camera can see the foolishness that you do on a daily basis is chat. Stand right there. So
too close.
You need to start combing your hair.
You need to start doing everything. Shaving, cutting.
You need to start combing your hair.
All that.
They put you on slick.
Wash ass.
So we're in a group chat, whatever, right? Okay. So usually you'll brainstorm different ideas, whatever. HR does the outline, put out a few ideas in it, whatever, right? So Leo pops in the group chat. He said, hey guys, it's our third. We should do a segment to see which wrestler moves could relate to sexual positions. And he said the first one is AJ Styles clap. I was like, wow, Leo. Okay. Who managed this?
He goes like this and he goes like that. Like,
so do you, okay, one, you are still very close.
What is that? What move is that though? Is that like a reverse six? Like what?
It doesn't matter. We're not going to talk about it.
It actually is.
No. I'm not done yet.
It actually is though.
Icing on the cake. So we continue or whatever, right? Out of nowhere, he says, yo, have you ever seen Mrblacc? Have you seen somebody got caught masturbating on the train before? And we was just like, Janelle answered, she was just like, nah, I never seen that before. Have you? Yeah, man, there's some guy on the train masturbating, like he looked like he about to masturbate. So I said, I was just like,
how did this go low?
And after that, I laughed and said, okay, whatever, this is done. This man says this. I feel like I should masturbate with him. Too bad I have a camera to do it. You know what he didn't say? He said, too bad I have a camera. I should masturbate with him?
Oh, you trying to start like some videos online with some of your songs?
Sit by seat with him, just join in.
So you were next to him?
No, I was like, you know the pole was right there. Like,
I'm sure you looked at a
I was sitting
pole.
by the pole. He was sitting down right there at the corner.
Oh man!
Why are you looking at another? Go sit down. Go sit. Get off the camera. Go sit down.
The funny thing about it, he think this is normal.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes!
This is regular shit.
And the thing, like, we try to ignore him.
You can't.
It's like, it's cousin Leo. Who cares?
Yeah.
But he keeps going, and then he'll come up with some random idea. He said, "Yeah, but we should do this segment on the sexual position."
He pushes it.
After he's been ignored 3 to like, we're gonna do it, damn it. 4,
No,
5,
we
6
are not gonna do it.
Oh man, that's funny.
And then guess what? He calls me, was like, yo, you don't think we should do it? No, Leo, no.
Wow, so he took it a step further, try to get you as an ally.
Trying to convince me. I'm like, no, Leo.
Because he already know I'm not with the shits, so.
He's trying to start these alliances.
I see what you're doing, because he's your smoking buddy. He's your smoking buddy, so that's your ally. I get it, but the answer is no.
You comfortable smoking with him?
No, after that today, I don't think so no more.
You definitely gonna still smoke with him.
Emotional way I be smoking, son. You were talking about deep shit for no apparent reason.
Because he
happens. That just happens.
This is why we brothers.
Wow. Oh man, this is a
Because he understands me.
He does. He's the only one on this show that actually understands you. So that's far in between. So that's good.
You say who?
No, because I don't know if I can follow up from that. Y'all just leave me all out to dry like that.
Just put me on the list.
Pause. Why? What?
I probably did something to you this week.
You definitely didn't. I haven't even spoken to you.
Yes, he did. Alright, we'll put this out here. The arguments in the group chat between these two is fucking. You know what? I'm gonna negate my last one. And I'll put you all motherfuckers on this shit.
For what? I didn't do anything.
No, this is every week on the group chat. You guys argue about the most ridiculous shit ever.
Definitely don't argue.
We didn't argue this week.
Yes, you do. And then you send emojis to each other of like how mad you guys are, and then you love sending gifts to like, oh, who raised you? Oh,
I ain't gonna. I'm the man with gifts. Like,
and that's all y'all do. Y'all need to start agreeing on shit.
We do.
I haven't argued with him, so I don't. As you see that I'm calm. Like
you're always calm 90% of the time.
You know, someone told me that watched the podcast. Thanks to those that watch. Definitely like messaged me and was like, "Yo, I don't know how you have the patience for them two. They're just always at 1,000, and you just are the most patient person in the world." And I said, "Thank you." I said, "You know,
you go on the list. You go on the list on my thing. You guys need to get along. This podcast is doing well. We have great people on board coming as guests.
White brother.
Shout out to wrestling. Thank you. Shout out to them for coming on board. You guys need to agree on each other because
I didn't do anything. I'm pretty chill.
All right. Do you want to close out?
Or could I put you on the list of being retarded?
Do whatever you want to do. See what I get? Do whatever you want to do. Are we closing out right now? I got a wife at home.
That's none of my business. But all right, we are going. So since this week, everyone's safe this week. I don't have any issues. I got a lot going on, so I don't got nobody. Because I put things right on last week. So yeah, this week is the no go. So all right, so we are going to end off. I'm going to actually leave it with Slick Williams here. You can, put your plug in for your podcast. How can the people find you? How can they find your podcast? Do you guys have any upcoming things going on? Talk to us.
Well, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at SlickDickDaHeel, D-A, because the T-H-E was not available. You can also follow A Shot of Wrestling. We got a bunch of events coming up.
That's a real white boy name, It
is, but it works. It works though. And
hold on, before I cut you off, all about were you white? You can really talk about dicks. Yes.
Well, my name's Richard. That's why.
No. But the thing is, if I told another white guy, hey, bro, your dick is big. It's okay. Thank you, bro. Give you that. I give you that. Yeah. Two black guys said, yo, bro, you gotta try to yo, bro, you got a big dick. Pause. That is gay. That is gay. But you know what? It's like your dick is big. Yo, thank you.
Cool. Is somebody not?
Yeah.
But yeah, follow me there. Follow A Shot of Wrestling.
Leo, put it back on. It's probably Lawrence. Did we tell you to stop playing? Oh, okay, continue. All right.
So yeah, follow at A Shot of Wrestling on Instagram, Twitter. We will be at the BCW event this upcoming March 9th. You can find us there. It's going to be a blast. Follow us to keep up with all events and news. Absolutely. I'd love to be back. I hope you guys would like to have me back.
Absolutely.
And we fucks with you, B.
And we would love to have you guys come over, take a couple shots, and talk about wrestling, because that's what we do at A Shot of Wrestling.
Oh, that's great. We'll definitely take you up on your offer. We do have some indie shows alert for this weekend. If you don't have any plans on a Saturday, we have... Okay, they're bonding. Great. There are 3 great shows happening this Saturday in New York. So the first one is everyone's well-known Ring of Honor show here in New York at the Manhattan Center. There are tickets still available.
You sponsored by them?
No.
So why are we plugging them?
It's so that people can
know. It's indie wrestling. You gotta show love.
We do this so that the people are informed.
I like the other indie shows, such as Bronx Federation.
Also, I like how.
Hold on.
Cool story, bro. I'll take a break.
This is why they're on the list. Nah, Bill.
But I didn't do it.
We're not plugging Ring of Honor.
I didn't do that. You have your own personal issue with Ring of Honor. That's on you. Issue,
but they're too mainstream, right? They're not really indie, so we got to plug in the other indies people.
Well, they were also on. Can I finish? Is that okay?
I hate you.
As I continue. So my guy, Matt Awesome, is actually wrestling this weekend in the Bronx, back at Darrell's Extreme Fitness in Soundview in the Bronx for Bronx Wrestling Federation. So BWF is this Saturday. And then also my very, very, very good friend, my friends from Battle Club Pro is going to have their amazing show in Richfield Park, New Jersey. So you can check out their website, battleclubpro.com, for tickets and information and all that jazz.
Yeah, LAX there?
So they do have LAX there, and they do have Sue Young, who I believe is the wife of the other one, Rich Swann. So Rich Swann's wife will be perform.
I didn't even know that. I thought they were gonna say Carl Anderson.
No, she's Asian.
Can she finish? I don't know.
I can never finish. But so yeah, once again, BellaClubPro.com for more information, and tickets are on sale. Once again, really, really big shout outs.
1 second.
By the way, guys, we have a docuseries coming out, a 3-part docuseries coming out, and we also have Janelle about to start her own series called The Big Four. I thought it was The Big Three. It's The Big Four.
It's The Big Four.
It's The Big Four. I don't know why they want to name it The Big Four, but it's The Big Four.
I guess.
3 ladies eating, drinking, talking about wrestling.
So why would it be The Big Four if it's...
Because we're going to only talk about The Big Four.
That's coming out soon on the job.
I'm not a dude. Like, I have a wrist. The fuck?
So it's gonna be coming out soon. Look out for that. Had to throw that in there.
Well, thank you. Yes, I mean, we do have some things, but I'm really excited about this Big Four series, just because it is that big stigmatism of women and who don't necessarily watch wrestling, but we are here and we do watch wrestling. So be on the lookout for that. We're going to definitely end it off. I know. The poetry was, I said something very poetic. All of you bitches better clap. So once again, thank you so much to Slick Dick Williams over here, my guy from a Shot of Wrestling podcast. I thank you guys so much for joining us this week. Follow us on Instagram as you already have, or if you have not, please hit that follow at the Jobbertier Podcast. Follow us on Facebook. Subscribe to the YouTube page. It is super important, and click that little alert button so that you can always be alert on what new videos and episodes we have upcoming. Once again, I am Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins, Mrblacc, and our special guest, Slick Williams. We thank you guys so much for always tuning in. # Black Excellence. # we're out.
All right, quick picture. I know people gotta go.
Oh my God, I'm belated.